The first time Daniel missed their anniversary, he sent roses, white, her least favorite, with a note scribbled by his assistant. The fifth time, he didn't bother. By year 10, Evelyn had stopped counting. She moved through their penthouse like a ghost, her designer clothes hanging loose on a frame that hadn't been touched in months. The staff whispered about her. Poor Mrs. Thorne, all that money and no one to share it with. But no one ever asked what she thought. No one except her. Isabelle Laurent, Daniel's new CFO, who watched Evelyn with sharp eyes at the company gala and said, "You're smarter than they think, aren't you?" That night, Evelyn opened a hidden bank account. The crash changed everything. Not the stock market kind. The literal, metal-screeching, airbag-deploying kind when Daniel's chauffeur-driven Mercedes spun into a guardrail. For 3 days, Evelyn sat at his hospital bedside, listening to machines breathe for him. The board members came and went, discussing interim leadership. Isabelle brought contracts needing signatures. No one asked Evelyn what she wanted, until the nurse did. "Mrs. Thorne? The sedation's wearing off. He'll be confused. You'll need to leave us." When Daniel's eyes fluttered open, the first thing he saw was his wife holding his corporate seal. "Here's what's going to happen," she said, softly. Daniel had always known his wife was educated. Some art history degree from a liberal arts college, wasn't it? Turns out Evelyn had been quietly auditing Wharton's executive courses for years. While he recovered, she blocked Isabelle's hostile takeover attempt using obscure bylaws, restructured supply chains to save $28 million annually, fired 3 board members, who'd voted to replace him. Daniel stared at the quarterly reports. "You did all this?" Evelyn sipped her tea. "I watched you do it for a decade. Turns out I was paying attention. The doctors said Daniel needed 6 months recovery. Evelyn gave him 6 weeks before taking him to dinner at the restaurant where they'd had their first date. "I want a divorce," she said calmly over seared scallops. His fork clattered. "After everything you just did to save my company?" "I didn't save it for you." She slid a folder across the table. "I saved it from you." Inside, proof of Daniel's embezzlement, his affair with Isabelle, every corner he'd cut. Enough to bury him. "Why show me this?" His voice cracked. "Because I want you to know exactly what you lost." Daniel expected her to destroy him. Instead, Evelyn offered a deal. He'd step down as CEO, but keep 15% equity. She'd take over as interim leader. They'd publicly reconcile for 1 year to stabilize stocks. "And then?" he asked hoarsely. "Then we'll see if you've learned anything." For 12 months, Daniel attended every charity gala, memorized her favorite poems, actually listened when she spoke. Meanwhile, Evelyn revitalized the company's ethical standards, donated $50 million to women's education, bought the vineyard they'd honeymooned at. On the night of their anniversary, he found her on the terrace, staring at the city lights. "Did I pass?" he whispered. She turned with a smile he hadn't seen in years. "Ask me again tomorrow,"